Katya, where are you? Where is everyone? Hi Katya, can you hear me well?
Hi.
Good, good.
Hi, can you see me today? Yeah, it's all good, huh?
Yeah, I can see you now. So
Yeah,
hopefully people will join us. I tried to attract quite many people, and Dima is joining us, a good old friend of English talk show.
all right, sounds great, sounds great. I really hope that we're gonna have a really nice conversation and just fun, chatting about anything that is going on in my life or your life. Yeah, it's everyone's life, so just generally having fun.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I haven't seen you for a while. I mean, even if no one joined us today, it would be fun. I mean, to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, I see. Why not? Yeah, it's all pleasure. I'm so
Yeah,
happy that you actually invited me over to have a nice conversation. So
yeah,
why not? Yeah, I
yeah.
see. So yeah,
It's almost like Skyping, but there are other people around us. And
yeah. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? It generally like that. Yeah.
let's have some small talk for a while before other people join us. So, Katya, anything new in your life? How do you survive all this Corona period and everything?
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, generally, I am making the most of my quarantine time.
Mhm.
I'm not really much of outing and going out. Just generally, trying to do something about like going deeper into myself and trying to understand what I can do for the future. And generally, as today. I went with my close people to sauna. Yeah, I think that it's so funny. Yeah, sauna, but I mean, it really
Sorry,
helps to
you said you went to sauna, right?
sauna. Yeah, it's
Um,
like a bath house, and Russians call this like banya. I know it's a bit tricky, and there are so many funny stories about that thing. Yeah, but yeah, generally like we go to banya every single Sunday, and it's like our Sunday tradition, where we get together with my loved ones and hot temperature, really hot temperature. After that, we just go plunging into the icy cold water. It's like a big pool. It's so cold and it's so refreshing. It's like really, it flushes your veins, arteries, capillaries, and you're like a new person, really recharged person, and you're ready to rock this world after that. I mean, uh,
Someday we should consider organizing like a gathering of the English party at the Russian Banya. I mean, it's going to
really,
be, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. But when this whole Corona period finishes, finally,
yeah. It really protects you from any viruses. Once you go to this really high temperature, you're no longer feeling like any sort of disease or coronavirus anymore, because you're really, yeah. And according to Russian tradition, you've got to use birch tree twigs
Yeah.
birch tree or oil tree twigs, like you know, branches, you know, like those branches, you know, not branches, like dry branches, you know, that Russians do.
Yeah.
That it helps to boost your immune system so much, really. Yeah.
So you had a lot of fun. I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm happy for you, Katya. So I think we have some people here. Let's talk about something very serious. And
Yeah.
maybe you can just say a couple of words about yourself. We know that you are British and Russian and an interesting person and everything. But how do you usually introduce yourself?
I say my name is Kate, and I'm motivational English coach.
Okay.
Yes, okay. I provide positive spirit. I cheer people up. I motivate them because I just, you know, boost up people's confidence. It's about, you know, speaking English. It's about being confident about yourself. It's about, you know, being able to really express yourself without any limits. You know, having no back thoughts or no doubts, because your doubts are your traitors. You know.
You know, in our English party, you could be an invaluable member because you can really promote learning English and using English in ordinary life.
Yeah, I see. I see. I'm really in love with English. It's really on a deep part of me. It's who I am. English made me who I am today. I learned so much from my British culture, from my traditions, from everything. It made me who I am, and it made me so strong, so strong person. It's because, you know. It's another level. It's another level of information, another level of knowledge. When you can speak with your bilingual, you can speak more than one language. It's really
Wait. We have a little bit more of this propaganda a little bit further. I mean, we're going to discuss it, I promise you. And now I want to ask you, Katya, you are such a flexible person. I mean, you could live anywhere you wanted. But if we forget about all those Corona times restrictions, can you tell us why do you live in Russia? Why not somewhere else? And what are the positives and negatives of living in Rostov? So you live in Russia, you live in Rostov. What do you think?
Oh, thanks very much for asking. I actually ask myself this question all the time. Well, I guess that a part of that fact that Russia is an amazing country, yeah, I feel like I just got perfectly fit to Rostov life, and I truly find my authentic self, I guess. And generally speaking, it's not about where to live, because you can't run away from the person you are. You can't run away from your problems. You can live anywhere around the world, in Rostov, Moscow, London, New York, Canada, you know, Australia. It's really about it's about your person that you are. Actually, I actually love that movie. It's about that guy who wakes up every single morning at the same day and having the same day. Do you remember that he repeats his day like over and over again?
I know what you're talking about, yeah. But
Oh, Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Yeah,
yeah.
the name of the. I highly recommend everyone to watch Groundhog Day. Really, this guy, he was feeling terrified of waking up in the same day and going on through the same routine. But after that, when he realized that he is such a service to other people, he is such a service to other people, he became the most happiest man in the world, because he brought some value. He was giving some value to other people. He was feeling useful to other people, and he made a difference. You know, when he became happy, once he made a difference into people's lives.
Yeah,
That.
that's what I try to do. I mean, the life is basically the same, but it can be still interesting. And now, Katya, can you tell us also, as a part of our pro-English propaganda, what does an average Russian need English for? So just imagine an average Rostovite or a person from any city in Russia, and maybe he doesn't or she doesn't travel a lot. What does this person need English for? Can you tell us?
Generally, it's about expanding. You know, we all live in globalized world. We all live in globalized world, and internet globalized everyone automatically. So if you want to explore and live your life to the fullest, you got to be able to speak another language, because it expands your intellectual horizons and it turns you from a narrow-minded person to an open-minded person. And English is an integral part of success. You can read in English, yeah, but you can use translator. But if you want to travel around the world and you want to be a visitor of any famous musical or art festivals, for example, Burning Man. Yes, let's say we all love music. Burning Man. It's about your freedom. It's about being who you want to be, your true self. You know, it's really important. Be your true self. And you know, and if you want to travel around the world, the translator doesn't help, because you want to socialize with so many different people. And if you travel to Burning Man, yeah, people, they're not going to speak slowly with you, like, how are you? They're going to be like, oh, nice, how's it going? I haven't seen you for a while. So are you staying around this place? Are you renting this kind of rent? Okay, let's meet up, let's have a chat near with a fire. So people will speak really fast with you. So you won't be able to use translator. You just don't have time for that, really. You just have no time for any translator. So you really have to, if you want English, if you want socialize with people, because you know, if you just know one language, Russian, you can't understand that. It's so amazing how amazing people around you, like British people, are amazing.
And you probably agree that learning a second language is almost like installing a second operating system for your mind. I mean, and it becomes much harder to crack this system when there are two operating systems installed.
Yeah, like you're like a person from a different world. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And Katya, we're gonna talk about your personalities. I mean, there is a Russian component, maybe it's a secret for some people, I don't know, and there is a British component. And how do they live together? What are the differences between Russian Katya and British Katya? Can you tell us?
Yeah, sure. First of all, and it's really important fact for everyone here who's listening to me. First of all, in Russian, my name is Katya, and in English, it's Kate. That is all. Okay, I'm frankly speaking. It's just, I don't want to limit myself to any nationality. I don't want to say, oh, you know, you're just British, or you because as all of you know, I grew up in Australia. I spent all my childhood living in Australia, and after that I moved to England, and I graduated from top university with business and management degree. And you know, I just don't know, it's not about limiting yourself to any kind of nationality. You know, I see the world as one. I'm like a child of the world. There is no like, you know, there is no like one nationality for me.
Good, good. And now, Katya, tell us, so quite often your posts online are about positive thinking. And does it really help? You know, there are so many people around who say something about positive thinking. How does it work in your life? Can you tell us?
Yeah, of course. I would love to. Thanks for this nice question. I mean, it affects me in the way you think, your positive thinking. If you think about one thing, you attract that thing. It's about what you think, you attract. It's what you think the most of your time. If you have a positive thinking most of the time, you will attract these kind of people. It's what you think you become. And of course, I think that this is just the main criteria. I just want to attract these enthusiastic, happy, intelligent, you know, energy people with me. And I just say, here I am a positive person. If you want to be like negative, you know, it's a different direction. But actually, I believe that all emotions are amazing. All emotions are great. If you're feeling depressed a little bit, it's a unique feeling. It's a unique kind of emotion, because you can create something like art or movie or film, or you can write a poetry, or you can write a book. You know, whenever I felt like a little bit of depressed or down, I always write. I express my thoughts, and something amazing comes out of it. Like, you know, I know actually Oxymoron, he is from Oxford University, and he created one of the best songs ever just from his bad times, from his depression, you know, and it's all good. I mean, positive thinking, it helps me to motivate myself. It's like, are you ready for the day? Go, rock it, you know, kind of spirit, good spirit.
And I'd like to inspire other people to ask you questions. Boys and girls, if you have any questions, please write them as your text. And Katya, I want to ask you, how can you tell us how has this Corona situation affected your life? We talked about it a little bit before, but anyway, so you're saying that to some extent your life has even become better. Can you explain?
Yeah, actually, this isolation or lockdown or quarantine time started a bit rocky for me, because I was actually hesitant of starting working from home. I was a bit nervous about that, but after some time, I actually learned so many new skills. I learned how to work online. My biggest fear was that I'm not gonna attract my students' attention, that they're not gonna be all 100% with me. And I was thinking that it's not going to be the same as in the class, because I have, you know, my energy, my energy around them, so they are always on me, their eyes on me. And I was thinking that if they are doing this online thing, they're not going to be 100% attentive. But it turned out that I learned how to work online. I learned so many new skills, how to build up nice online conferences, and you know, it turned out for the best. And I'm actually really happy for this quarantine, because it's expanded. I became like such a more adaptive person, and yeah, it's all only for better.
Yeah, Kate, I have to say, you still, even online, you have so much energy, so it's gonna work with you definitely. And I want to ask you, you probably know that I'm a proponent of learning English and everything, and I believe that if in Russia many people knew English, we could live in a different country. So what would life in Russia be like if almost 100% of people mastered English well as a second language? What do you expect?
Oh, really?
Could we
Well,
live in a country? Could we
what do you
live in a
say?
better, I mean,
In a better country?
yeah, could we live in a better country if almost 100% of the population knew English well? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess it could turn out either for really bad, grossly bad, or grossly good, because, you know, I think that it could boost up Russian economy a lot, because I think at the moment what Russia really needs is to do some export more of Russian products abroad. And I think that if people speak more English, they will be able to you know, to get more foreign partners or overseas partners to have a nice business together with Russia. And this will boost up economy, because I think that export is one of the most profitable things for Russia overall, and economy overall. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, as I say that learning another language is akin to learning another culture. It might turn out for worse, because like, you know, Malaysia people also only speak English, but I guess Russian language is about the culture. It's about traditions. It's about, you know, being a fan of your own country. And I think that is some of them, you know, will get a global access to the knowledge. I think if you can speak English, you can a global access to knowledge, and you can have so many sources, like more, you can consume so many more sources, books, and you know, movies and songs, But it's like it's about being fan of something. It's about being enthusiastic about something, and if you start learning English from your childhood, you'll be really, really at the top of your English, level and
Yeah,
skills.
you're absolutely right, and you probably agree that English also affects the way you think. I mean, English is more direct, and it affects your how you think. I mean, maybe learning English can make you more business oriented because Russian is very flexible, but it's just my opinion. Russian is not about actions; it's about different degrees, different shades of gray, whatever you call it. But English is very direct. I have to say, I even consider English a little bit stupid. I like English, but it's a relatively stupid and flexible language because for me, English is almost like a programming language. I'm really surprised that there are real people who were born and for them, English is like their primary language. So maybe they're like robots, but I still like them. What I'm trying to say is English really affects your thinking, and maybe it makes you more business oriented. It makes you more direct. It makes you closer to what you want.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the language that you speak affects your way of thinking, your way of being a lot. And maybe if you speak French, probably you're more verbose and you're more of giving out more of these adjectives, nice language, nice adjectives. But I mean, yeah, I guess so. Language is like another culture, and maybe business oriented, maybe more of you're getting more adjustable, adaptable. You can process and analyze information so much faster if you get this knowledge. And yeah, I guess so.
And my final formal question for today, Katya, okay, sorry. So your recommendations for people who want to become fluent in English. There are so many people in Russia who struggle to learn English. They go to private teachers, they buy books, but they still suffer. They don't manage to master English. So what would you recommend? For example, my formula is making English your lifestyle. What about you? What is your formula? What can you say?
I totally, absolutely agree with such formula. Yeah. I mean, it's what is lifestyle? Lifestyle is something that you do regular on a daily basis as part of your routine. Because I believe that if you want to lose some weight, you can't just say, oh, next week I'm gonna eat such food and I'm going to go to the gym and I'm gonna just weight the lifts and lift the weights and so on, and I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm gonna eat only carrot or only there's only vegetable stuff and fruits. And I mean, it's about if you want to lose a diet, you want to lose some weight and be on a diet. Once it's over, you're gonna go to the fridge and you're gonna eat everything back again, and you're gonna get your weight back. But it's about English at the same time. English is about practicing and doing something on a regular basis,
And having fun as well.
and having fun as well. It has to be part of your interest. It has to be part of your goal that you want to achieve. And it's about developing yourself. I think that people who can speak another language, they are so much healthier. Because it protects English. If you're speaking two more languages, you're bilingual. Your brain protected from aging, really. So you're more healthy. Your Alzheimer's diseases, you're protected from so many diseases. English can really help you in terms of personal development. Because there is so much information that is written only in English.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And Katya, I also like to say that learning any foreign language is almost like being in a relationship. Maybe that's why I avoid learning any extra foreign languages, because it's like being in a relationship with several women simultaneously. English is a very long relationship. I've been learning it, practicing it for I would say decades, and I really like it. But what I'm trying to say is that when you start learning a language, you should be serious about it. I mean, you should realize that you're going to marry this woman. I mean, not woman, but you're going to live with this language for your whole life. I mean, it's very serious. I'm joking,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
almost,
I guess so.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Yeah, it's really about, you know, do something all the time, continue on a daily basis, you know, reading more books. You know, what I highly recommend people is to get more of a native English speaker teacher, or the teacher who would speak and make their lesson entirely in English, because only real life conversation can boost your skills. If you speak only in English, entire lesson, you will switch off your Russian brain into English brain, and you start thinking only in one language, because, you know, you're learning English like a baby, like from your own experience. It's not important always, because when you were a baby, did you translate words like cat, koshka, or some other words? You haven't really translated anything. You've been just, you know, exploring the world,
You have
observing the world.
some objects you can see, and you understand that this is a cat, this is a cup, or something else. Yeah. In
Yeah,
fact,
yeah, exactly.
I want to conclude by asking you to tell us a story. I'm going to explain it to you. Yesterday, I had a conversation with quite an interesting person, and he told me that it's a nice way to learn something about someone by asking him to tell you a story. Could you tell us any story about your life in the UK? Maybe you did some shoplifting when you were young. It's just a joke. It can be anything. Just tell us a very short story from your life. Can you do it?
Yeah, of course. I might not want to tell you a story, but I think that one of the main lessons that I learned from my that I could wish I could do in my teenage years. Yes, so it's like the experience that I've learned. Well, I highly wish that my a few years ago past, I would be more of I have no regrets, by the way. I'm really happy with what I have right now. It made me who that I am, the person today. But I think that it's about socializing, being an open-minded person. The one and most important lesson I learned is to be so sociable, to get out there and really talk with people. For example, if you're somewhere in London, yeah, and you see, you know, British people, we are very, you know, introverted and conservative. And in order to become friends with anyone who is British, you've got to take a long time. You know, Russians are more of a spiritual, soul-oriented. You know, you can be really open from the first 2 minutes, but with a any British person, it takes time to get to know you, and so that person could trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about really, if somebody is having a picnic in London, for example, Hyde Park, you know, Richmond's, what else we've got? Yeah, Hyde Park Corner, Richmond's. You know, there are so many fantastic parts, actually. You know, yeah, and if somebody's having a picnic, why not just go there and join them? You know, it's about being out of your comfort zone and just go and join those people and trying. If you're somewhere in a bar, in a restaurant, you know, British people so sociable. If you're on a tube, which is like underground, yeah, it's slang for that. You still get out there, talk to people.
But I must ask you, won't British people think that you're weird when you talk to them? I mean, or maybe it's quite common for London and other places in the UK.
Of course, like, no, of course, no, because they really appreciate that you're trying your best and get out of your comfort zone and try to speak another language, second language. Definitely, they think that you're like a rock star and you have such balls to try to speak to unknown people, strange people, somewhere in the park. and they'd be like, "You're dude, you're so brave. Oh my God, you're so bold to get out and come over here." I think that, you know, when I was in London, I was more of introverted person. I would study in the library like 24/7. I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't go partying. I didn't have much, you know, I had much fun, but too late. And I wish I just get out there. I was so shy.
Yeah,
Always
that's
like,
what happened to me. You know, when I lived in the UK, unfortunately, for the first 6 months, I socialized with Russian people too much, and only then I realized that I should also add some of the British people to my company.
yeah, exactly. And I actually believe that in order to be friends with Brits, you've got to really adapt and adjust yourself a lot. I mean, to really think like British, to say like British, to learn a slang, so you won't be any different because you got to really adapt and adjust yourself. I know it takes time. I know from the beginning it's been a bit difficult, but yeah, I think that being sociable is that's all is about. Um, yeah, I think that one of the main lessons is about being sociable. I loved socializing. I mean, I had such times where I could go clubbing and bars and talk to people. I think that's just the best times. I think it's about expanding your life horizons. And I think that in my future, I would like to go to Burning Man
Uh-huh.
and to become a different person, become really open person and becoming the true version, authentic version of myself, becoming who I
Katya,
am.
Katya, do you think you can be even more open? I mean, is it possible?
I I'm learning. I think that one of the reasons why I've chosen becoming an English teacher, coach, motivational business coach is because I want to socialize with people and become more of extrovert and open-minded person, to not be scared to speak to anyone, to any like big business people, because at the moment I'm teaching English to so many big famous, not famous, but I mean they're doing big business, big money entrepreneurs, and I'm just really enjoying socializing with them, and you know they're cool people in Russia, and just learning a lot.
And finally, Katya, my friend Dima asks you a question: who or what inspires you in your everyday life? What can you say about it? What inspires you? Can you tell us?
Uh, inspires me. I guess I'm kind of getting inspired by my own self, but I think that my dad, I inspired a lot by my dad, because he had difficult times running business in Russia. And you know, he is the person who invented digital TV antennas, and he always invents something new. And I just see how no matter what happens to him, he still stays so positive, optimistic, strong, and brave. No matter what people do to him, he's like, he never give up. He is going till the end. He's like, you gotta do this. I'm gonna invent something new. I think that my dad is really like one of the biggest inspirations. And sometimes, you know, when in London, I would be get into partying much or won't do good at university, I would think of my dad and I would think, would he be proud of me? And if the answer is no, I would not do something that wouldn't go with what my dad would make my dad proud.
Yeah.
So I really believe that, and yeah, and yeah, and inspires me. So many people inspire me. People who can create something new, people who can do something new, people who are taking risks, who are bold, who can do anything they want. I love those people who are not afraid of anything. They have no like barriers, no obstacles. And you know, one of my I'm a biggest Russian fan. I never said it to anyone, but I'm a biggest fan. You won't believe whom. Irina Hakamada.
Mhm.
I am her biggest fan. I love the way of her philosophy of life, and I love she was the first president that tried to be president of Russia.
I mean, she was
She had some balls to
presidential
become.
candidate. Uh-huh. So she tried to be a
Yeah,
president.
she won candidate. Yeah, for she tried to be elected. Yeah, for the president position. Yeah, she is like that. She's her sincere true self and honest
Katya,
self.
sure that in the Russia of the future, you're gonna be very well. You're gonna be a very good president of Russia. I mean, it's possible, or you can be the minister of education or something. I mean, I'm sure that our education will prosper if you become the minister of education. It's just an idea. You should think about it seriously. Well, anyway, it's not about politics, but still, Katya, I like so much what you're saying about. And I want, maybe you want to address our audience. I mean, the English Party, it's a community of people who make English their lifestyle. What do you want to say in the end of our interesting conversation? So your address, your minute of fame, what are you going to say?
All right, I think I wish I want to say thank you everyone for watching us with us till the end of this nice discussion. I think it's about taking risks, have no back thoughts or doubts about being who you want to be and being your true self. If somebody is writing, okay, being your true self, and what else can I say? Taking risks, travel around the world. I think if it's the quarantine will be over, expand, take any opportunities, be an open-minded person. You know, learn English more, watch movies, read books, and Albec loves reading different books. And you are my motivated to read so many different books because you do always, share with
Yeah.
that what you
I'm
read, your
really
experience.
flattered, Katya. I'm really flattered by you.
Yeah, and what I can say, and one of my favorite lines, it comes from William Shakespeare recently. Yeah, it comes from his famous play 1600 England, actually, and his play named Measure for Measure. It's like measure for like justice for justice. Yeah, and he said that. Our doubts are traitors that make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Yeah, our doubts are traitors. They make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. So it's like, don't have any back thoughts because you got only one life, one and only life. Do what you love. I really hope that I can be like my 100% self and have no fears, no back thoughts, and always do what you love to do. Like, if you want to be anyone in this world, if you don't love your job, move. You're not a tree. You can do whatever you want. And what I wish is everyone to surround themselves with good people, enthusiastic people, and who will push you up, push you, motivate, inspire you to become a better version of yourself. Your crowd is what makes you you. So if you feel that somebody is bringing you down, it's better to change the crowd sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Did you want to say something else? Continue.
no,
Sorry.
it's really about surrounding yourself with amazing people. I guess really it's about that, and it's one of the greatest lessons I also learned. And just wish everyone would do the same.
Katya, thank you so much for this conversation. I mean, I can tell you the English party definitely needs you. I will appoint you whatever you want. I mean, you can be the minister of propaganda in a good sense. Sorry, I'm joking. It's not about politics. But anyway, Katya, I'm so happy to see you as a friend. I'm so happy to see you as a guest here. and hopefully we will have some common projects someday together. Thank you so much. And everyone, thank you for participating. I mean, thank you for watching. And hopefully we're going to have conversations like this every week with different speakers like Katya today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for having me. I'm so happy to share my thoughts, to share my ideas, to be so open today about everything. And thank you for your support, for your kind words. I really appreciate that. And yeah, and I wish to have a really wonderful evening and a nice week with all of your ideas. Wishing you all ideas come true in everything that you wish for.
Thank you so much, Katya. And everyone, join the English party. And goodbye.
All right, try to save that the thing
I'll
that
do
we
it.
had. Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.